A 34-year-old Moroccan model who was a key witness in the trial against former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi over his paying for sex with an underage woman while in office has died of poisoning. Iman Fadil died on March the 1st in a Milan hospital after first being admitted on January the 29th for symptoms of poisoning. She had testified against Berlusconi in 2011 when the Prime Minister was accused of paying for sex with a minor during one of his sex-fueled parties, known as Bunga Bunga parties. Fadil had been a regular attendee of the parties. Berlusconi was convicted of the charges, but eventually acquitted by Italy's High Court in 2015. Fadil had told reporters in 2012 that she feared for her safety after she admitted to prosecutors that she had been offered money to remain silent about details of Berlusconi's parties. Fadil's autopsy report showed a mixture of radioactive substances which are not normally available for purchase. Reports also mentioned that before falling unconscious in the hospital, Fadil had told her lawyer and family members that she believed she had been poisoned. Her lawyer said news of the model's death was not made public sooner so that no one would try to tamper with the toxicology reports. Fadil had been working on a memoir before she died, titled I Met the Devil. The book gives first-hand accounts of occurrences that have not yet come to light. Right after her death, the draft of the book was seized by prosecutors. Fadil also had a very peculiar interview with the Italian newspaper last year, detailing her suspicions of satanic rituals being performed at Berlusconi's residence. Interviewer: Today, after a few years, how do you remember the whole affair? Fadil: It was a devastating thing, impossible to describe. At first, I was alone against everyone. Nobody believed my version. What did everyone think? That I was telling those things because I wanted money and success. And how was it? I used to go to Akbar because I hoped it would be enough to get into that circle and get a job in television. Then I understood what was truly happening and I spoke up. Were you defamed at the time? Yes, by all. The first was Emilio Fidi, but then I sued him and they condemned him. Now there's the appeal. He also sued me, but his case was dismissed because I said the truth and he didn't. Your ugliest memory. The last night I went there were all these naked girls dancing. One of them was laying on the ground and was wearing only a loincloth, and she was shaking desperately, staring at me. Her eyes seemed to say, "Don't judge me, help me." A terrifying memory. Have you ever witnessed explicit scenes? No, I did not. And who told you this happened? Well, the last night a girl came to me and told me, "Look, to get something you have to do something more." And I understood everything. Until that moment, I had hoped I would never be asked for such a thing. Now you are writing a book. Why? Because I want to tell everything. This is not limited to a powerful man who had girls. There is much more to this story, much more serious things. Explain. It's not easy to tell. It will be the first time I do it, but the time has come. Please go ahead. This gentleman is part of a sect that invokes the devil. Yes, I know I'm saying something strong, but it is true. Many others know this. They know what? That continuous obscenities happened in that house. A sort of sect made up of only women, dozens and dozens of complicit females. Did he ever see these rituals? Let's say I have many clues. In that room where Bunga Bunga was held, there was a small room with clothes. All the same, like tunics, about 20 or 30. What were they for? And then there was a small underground room with a swimming pool, with another room next to it, totally dark, without any light. An underground pool and a room without lights. Why? Weak clues. It could be a relaxation area. Is it a fact that you have not seen any actual satanic rituals or anything like that? Look, I've seen worse. Things that are difficult to explain briefly. Please try. I saw strange sinister presences. I've been a psychic since I was a child, due to my father being sanctified. And I tell you that, in that house, there are disturbing presences. There's evil in there. I've seen it. There's Lucifer. Do you know that saying such things could be perceived as crazy? Of course I know, but I don't care what people will say. I never said anything because I had no evidence. Now I have it. Do you have proof? Please show it. No, not yet. I'll do it later. I just have to finish this book, then the world will know.